One day in Japan, a 2chan user made a curious post. When I arrived from a business trip, I received 5 letters at my house. They had no print, much less the address or who sent them. It was probably placed directly. The user started by showing a photo of the 5 cards. The first one said, Azamo Sakuto-sama, hello. It's been a long time. Do you happen to remember me? I remember the first time I met you every day. I believe this was destiny. I know what you must be thinking. The letter really doesn't make any sense. And none of them will. At the end, it will be explained why. Well, the second letter says, my eyes turned red and pure white. I could see inside you. Sorry for the strange writing. I can't move my hand properly. You must have moments like this, right? My pet friends are probably the same. The woman goes on to say that she just got out of the hospital at the time she wrote the letters. And then she ends the letter by saying, I keep hearing a song in my eyes, my ears, my heart, my brain, the air, everything around. I'll write again soon. Wow, Hera. And then the user showed this drawing that came with the letter of this woman with red eyes and lips with a disturbing smile and a butterfly of the same color resting on her forehead. Soon the owner of the post posts a second photo that came in the second letter. There was a woman with 4 legs, 4 arms, and 4 eyes. And for those who don't know what the number 4 means in Japan, it is associated with bad luck, as it has the same pronunciation as the word death. Furthermore, the image contained a lot of blood coming out of several orifices on her body. Many people debated what it all meant and came to the consensus that the woman who wrote the letters had some mental problem. What was basically confirmed over the course of the next few letters. And one of the biggest mysteries in the cards was who was Samus Sakuto. The author of the thread wasn't called that and didn't know anyone with that name. She showed affection for that person or being. So what will this be? In the next letter she says, to Samus Sakuto-sama, we meet again, right? How are you today? I'm quite upset. Why? That person is getting in my way, sleeping or awake. They are always watching me. And then she says, these days I'm surrounded by rubbish. In the coming years you will be too. I'm tired of being in it like this. I'm going to eat all the rubbish. Did my voice reach you? Again and again it disappears and burns, but I can still hear it. Has my voice reached you? Did my voice reach you? Be happy, Hera. The letters, as I said, become increasingly strange and more evident that the person who sent them has some kind of problem. Well, let's continue with them. Thirdly, she says, to Asami Sakuto-sama, I realized this from the beginning. When I was punished, I was left white, empty, with nothing left. It's still there. I don't know anything else. How long has that doll been there? Now she's right behind me. And that's how people are born. I realized that. But it's true that there are dead people too. I didn't know, but the ink person told me so. Yeah, ink. So I ate that. How dirty. Many people began to theorize that Hera, the author of the letters, had a perhaps even loving or intimate relationship with Samus Sakuto, who could be another patient at the hospital or some other person from outside. Then she writes the 4th letter. To Samus Sakuto-sama. Hey, are you okay? I am. Yesterday I made a new friend. You must not know him. I mean, you've never met them before, so. If I'm being honest for a moment, there's someone else I've been wanting to get away from for a while now. But it's not my husband. I'm going to drown. Today again I was unable to become a bird. I feel lethargic. The gods will be so angry if you disappear. If you come back, they will be happy. This is a big problem. Maybe the smoke is visible. Eat plenty and stay healthy. Next time, it will be the end. Ivy. The user then started looking for answers with his neighbors, as he had only arrived in the city 4 months ago and didn't know anyone there. Soon we have the last letter. To Samus Sakuto-sama. This December was beautiful, wasn't it? We spoke little, but I still felt that way. This smells fishy. Do you hear me? The weather is good today, but it will soon be swallowed by darkness. This is not good. It doesn't seem like they will forgive us. But for some reason, some are happy with it. Do you like sex? It's so dark I can't see anything. Is the cat crying? In this unfair reality, I just met with that sad woman and told her everything. Strange, right? This has already been decided by fate. So all I can do is do it. Beautiful. Ivy. And the owner of the post finally, after searching a lot, got some clues. It turns out that months earlier, the man who lived in the apartment he was in today also received these strange letters. And as a result, he moved away from there. But they are harmless letters, right? What was so bad made the man move? So looking for more information, he discovered that one of the residents of that apartment was stalked by someone for 4 years. Every day he received strange letters. It lasted for a month. This strange woman with a dirty white dress and hair in her face always walked in front of his apartment, staring at him through the window and ringing his doorbell. After learning this, the woman's mother appeared to the user and apologized for everything, saying that her daughter had been hospitalized and that she had severe problems. and now things started to become clearer. So many people on 2chan went after it and found out if this story was real or not, and more details about it. And they saw that this Hera, the supposed stalker, really was a problematic person. But when this went viral, users saw that Hera was going to the post owner's house. Then at 9:40 at night, 3 hours after he posted the thread, the user said someone was at his door. Even though it was locked, he heard a person moaning strangely and scratching at the door. So he called the police, but when they arrived, she was already gone. So he went to the police afterwards and spoke to the girl's mother again, who apologized profusely. However, when he returned, he came across a new letter that said a simple sentence: "I will come back." So the user got desperate and went back to the police even though it was midnight. The next day at 10 p.m., he returns to Chan with new updates on what happened that day. From what he found out, Rara was his online name and Sammy Sakuto was the name of a man she met on a dating app. At the time, she was a high school student. Time was getting crazy and she had problems with school and had to be hospitalized several times. Then Rara started stalking Sammy, and this lasted for 4 years. Soon the police found her on the street and questioned her about all of this, but it was of no use, as everything she said didn't make any sense. It was a confused mind, as incoherent as his previous letters and strange actions. So the scared user simply moved out of the house, and the girl's mother, as an apology, paid the price for his move. And so the story ends with the thread owner's last post. However, we have some controversies for this story. The first is that they never really managed to find the girl's identity. And the second was that a Chan user put together the first and last words respectively of each letter. And putting it all together, it worked. This is false. And this generated a lot of doubts. So in the end, we don't know if this was all done by the author or if it really happened. That was just a coincidence. Many people said that the letters and images were very strange and probably came from a troubled person, and they were respectively real. Other more skeptical people believed that it was all simply false and was meant to generate media. In the end, I think we will never really know what the answer to this is.